former wrestler Cody Rhodes returned to WWE as Seth Rollins' mystery opponent. Following an impressive pyro display, Rhodes used his theme music, entrance, trapdoor and all, and even his ring gear. Fans gave Rhodes an overwhelmingly warm reaction, popping huge for his music and showering him with Cody chants throughout the match. Fans erupted into a loud standing ovation prior to the match even beginning. "The prodigal son has returned," remarked Corey Graves. At one point, Rhodes performed a Stardust-like cartwheel as Graves described it as shedding skin and letting go of the past. Rhodes won the match with 3 consecutive Cross Rhodes, 4 overall, and pinned Rollins after paying homage to his father with the patented Dusty Rhodes punches. Cody Rhodes shockingly announced his departure in February after working without a contract. "I have loved my time in the amazing locker room, amazing fans, amazing people. The revolution was indeed televised, and I've been incredibly lucky to be part of that," read a heartfelt statement from Cody. Rhodes and his wife Brandy had been subjected to highly polarizing reactions that were unlike anything any reaction for stars, and actually mimicked John Cena's mixed response during his peak. These polarizing reactions have since been inherited by Sammy, Guevara and Conti. Rhodes' reactions, however, only made him come off as a bigger star. One who was able to transcend typical fan responses, which are usually on brand with how I want them to react. Rhodes' departure also had to do with more than these reactions as Tony Khan continued to take control of the decision-making process, leading to whispers of dissension among the EVPs throughout Rhodes' tenure. Rhodes reportedly signed his deal with WWE in early March. On March 18, Johnson of PWInsider reported Rhodes had signed with WWE 10 to 14 days ago, ending a somewhat dramatic run-up to what should have been a shoo-in signee. Rhodes likely signed for a top-tier salary in WWE. If so, he'd be making around $4 to $5 million based on a recent report on WWE salaries from Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, HT Wrestling Incorporated. Rhodes represents the first star to cross the line through his forbidden door and into WWE. A recent report by WrestleVotes suggested Rhodes would be entering WWE the same way he left to emphasize the aesthetic that a major star had chosen to sign with WWE. 2 very high-profile people were adamant to the boss that when Cody Rhodes arrives, he should be exactly what he was in.